Do you believe that we can be sick by our own hands? Do you believe that we can be affected by our own hands? Do you believe that millions of people are becoming sick every day by their own hands? Assalamu alaikum, and this is Khaja. Welcome to a new video on 10 minutes English on hand washing. Today we are going to talk about the importance of hand washing. হাত ধোয়া আর হাতে ধোয়া এই দুইয়ের মধ্যে কিন্তু ডিফারেন্স আছে, সেটা আমরা পরে বলবো। আজকে এই বিষয়ে আলাপ হচ্ছে the importance of hand washing. Why do we need to clean our hands? Why do we need to use sometimes germicide to clean our hands? That means hand washing. So if we want to talk about hand washing, how can I talk for around 10 minutes? These videos duration maybe 10 minutes or slightly more than that. We'll try to keep it within 10 minutes, but we'll tell you something special in this video. If you want to talk about hand washing, then we have to know that what is hand washing? Why do we need that? When to wash our hands? Is it necessary to wash our hands? Who will do hand washing? And how to wash your hands? So what is hand washing? Before telling about hand washing, I want to tell you one thing, that is hand wash and hand washing are different. Hand washer দুটো অর্থ। হ্যান্ড ওয়াশের অর্থ হচ্ছে যে লিকুইড সোপ থাকে, সাবানটাকে লিকুইড করে আমরা যেটা দিয়ে হাত ধুই, সেই লিকুইডটাকে বলা হয় হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ বা লিকুইড সোপ। আরেকটা হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ বলতে বোঝায় হাতে ধোয়া কতগুলো কাপড় আছে যেগুলো আপনি you cannot wash that through washing machine, so you have to go for that হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ, মানে সেটা হাতে ধোয়া হতে হবে, হাত দিয়ে ধুতে হবে সেই কাপড়টাকে। সেজন্য অনেক কাপড়ের পেছনে লেখা থাকে কশন হ্যান্ড ওয়াশ, মানে এটা হ্যান্ড ওয়াশে করতে হবে, এটা মেশিনে দেয়া যাবে না, ওই মাইক্রো ওভেনের মতো। এনিওয়ে, হ্যান্ড ওয়াশিং মিনস দ্য প্রসেস অফ ওয়াশিং ইউর হ্যান্ডস, ক্লিনিং ইউর হ্যান্ডস, দ্যাট ইজ হ্যান্ড ওয়াশিং। And why do we need that? That is very interesting. That is related with our intro of this video. Every day we are becoming sick. So many diseases, you also know the names of many diseases, right? One of the key reasons of becoming sick is germ, right? And germs enters into our body. How? We call it waterborne disease, we call airborne disease. বাতাসের মাধ্যমে যে আমরা inhale or exhale, that means through our respiration we may become sick. We may become sick by drinking dirty water, unclean water, right? That is cholera, diarrhea, and so many diseases might happen by drinking dirty water. But if you, calculate that which one is the major, like airborne disease or waterborne disease or becoming sick by our hands, you'll find that from kids to aged person all become sick by their hands if that is not clean. So you know that germ enters into our body. How? By our nasal, means respiration, or by water, by food, or by our hands directly. And yes, it is true that we take our foods by our hands, not by other organs mostly. So there is a high chance, the chance is higher when food is dirty and your hand is dirty. So both will affect you seriously. Why do we need hand washing? That means, protect germs. That's the main thing, not becoming sick. If we can protect germs entering into our body, then we can remain, mostly healthy. We can protect us from becoming sick frequently. You see that the kids and the senior people or any ages people become sick many often, like the problem in stomach, like diarrhea, cholera, or many other things. How they become sick? Like the kids are become sick, you can understand that very easily. Kids take anything. They get a sandal at their early age, they try to eat that, taste that, right? So all are full of germs, and after licking or sucking or eating those dirty things, they become sick. So one of the key reasons of becoming sick, especially for kids, is eating dirty foods with their dirty hands. Maybe their hands are not remaining clean almost all time. When they touch a dirty thing, that means dirt or germs are attaching into his or her hands, and when he or she takes food, the germs affects the kids, and at early age their immune system may not be strong to protect the bacteria, virus, etc. So you see that we become sick in many cases by eating foods, dirty foods, like street foods, at the same time by our hands. You know that who keeps their nail longer? Beneath of the nail, the germs live. They not only live, they actually breed also. নখের নিচে কি থাকে যে আমরা বাস করে এবং তারা বংশবৃদ্ধিও করে। And when we take our foods with our hands, those enters into our body. Some people have habits of licking their fingers into their mouth, especially kids, and in sometimes the adults or senior people also sometimes put their fingers into their mouth and try to lick sometimes. So whenever you take foods or anything by your hands, it can become sick. And you see that every day we use our hands in many cases. We touch everything, like I'm touching the mobile or laptop or computer or camera. You know, the center of germs is now, call it, mobile. You touch your mobile, the touch mobile is a great source of, a bigger source of germs. You push buttons in left or anywhere, you touch anything, germs can be attached with your hands and fingers, and they can remain in your nails. And you see that in food processing, some people are making food or processing their food without keeping their hands clean. Some people are using gloves or polythene like that, but those also not actually totally protect your germ. But it's better than naked hand or empty hand utilizing. So when people make their foods with unclean hands, that is a cause of disease. And especially if you take street foods, whether their hands are clean or not, be aware of that. And when you are taking that dirty foods or any food with your unclean hands, what can happen? The germ will enter into your body and you can become sick. So many diseases are happened by this way. Germs are living inside our body and some germs are living outside of our body. So who are living outside of our body, how they enter into our body? Except airborne or waterborne, by our hands. So how can we protect that? The Western countries have found their ways to protect entering germs or protect germs by their changing system of taking food. Like they use forks, right? Forks, spoons. How that help? Without hand touch, they take foods. But in our country, it is not possible because we are habituated taking foods by hands for thousands of years. So it's not easy to change the habit within a year, within 10 years. It can take another 100 years. And you see that in our country, people are sick, hospitals are full of sick people. Why? One of the causes is our both hands. Left hands, you know the use of left hands, use of right hands, different. Sometimes we use this both hands together. But we touch somehow. We grip something, we touch anything, and the germs enters into our hands, fingers, and we become sick. So how to protect ourselves? If we can clean our hands, or if we avoid using our hands, both ways. One is the Western people avoid using their hands, so they become less sick. Another thing, if we don't use fork or other things, we can clean our hands. That is the importance of hand washing. If we clean our hands, we can protect entering the germs into our body, right? So this is the way. When to use hand washing? That's a question. Every time you touch anything, germs will attach into your fingers. That doesn't mean that every moment you will wash your hands. So what to do? When we take some foods, before taking foods, we must wash our hands. That is, we must go the process of hand washing. by hand wash. Hand wash means liquid soap in this case, I'm telling. Every time when you take some foods, before that we must clean our hands. Sometimes we clean our hands with dirty water, or we clean our hands with the water. That water is full of germs. So that is actually useless. So it is urgent that when you clean your hands, you use germicide or hand wash, I mean liquid soap. That will help you to clean your hands, to kill the germs within your hands and fingers. So that is the way. For whom hand washing is essential? It is for everyone, every human being. When you use our left hand for many purposes, when you use our right hands, everyone uses their both hands many purposes. So everyone's fingers or hands are affected. Hand washing is essential for every human being, from 0 to oldest people. Another question is how to do hand washing. That is, you know that there are so many campaigns from the government and other sources how to wash our hands. The way or the system is also important. If we wash only one hand, that is not okay. If we wash over the surface only, that is not okay. Germ can live within our fingers, beneath our nails. So we have to wash our hands properly. And there are 10 ways. We know that we are not going to tell you the whole thing. Finally, we have a humble request to you. That is, please support the channel. You see that our channel is not going outside of Bangladesh. Somehow it is, remaining within Bangladesh. And within 3 days, we have found our videos are already vanished. 0 view. Just within 72 hours, we have researched. Within 72 hours, it become almost 0 view. So what are the reasons? We are trying to discover, and we know some of the things, but how to overcome these challenges? That is by your support. If you support us, our channel will remain alive. We don't know, or we know some people or some groups are trying to damage our channels. That is very clear. But you know this channel is only for you, getting benefit from this channel. You know that the most important 5,000 vocabulary and many things we have given in our channel completely free. And the people from remote side, they are becoming tremendously benefited. At the same time, the people, expatriate Bangladeshi people who are living in Middle East and other countries, they can be benefited. They are becoming benefited, but this channel is somehow, in trouble. That is our clear message. So please support our channel.